Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Mojibur Rahman Creations. In this video, I am going to discuss about the detailed syllabus for law optional for the UPSC final examination, mains examination. So UPSC mains examination contains 7 papers, which is paper 1 is essay, and from paper 2 to paper 5 are the general studies papers, and paper 6 and 7 are the UPSC final examination optional papers. So paper 6 and 7 is optional paper. So in this video I am going to cover the optional paper of law for UPSC final examination or mains examination. So firstly I am going to tell you that I want to inform you that in the previous video I have discussed the detailed syllabus for UPSC. So in this video my topic is law optional for UPSC and its syllabus. So law optional contains 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2, and these papers contains 250 marks each. Total is 250 plus 250 equal to 500 marks in the law optional or the optional subjects paper 6 and 7. So law optional paper 1 consists of constitutional and administrative law. In constitutional law you have to read the constitution and constitutionalism, the distinctive features of the Indian Constitution, and then fundamental rights, public interest, litigation, legal aid, legal services authority, then relationship between the fundamental rights, directive principles and the fundamental duties. Next, constitutional position of the president and relations with the council of ministers. Then governor and his powers, Supreme Court and the High Courts, appointment and transfer, powers, functions and jurisdiction of the Supreme Court and High Court. Next, center and state and local bodies and the relations. Then legislative powers, privileges and immunities. Then services under the union and the states, recruitment and conditions of services, constitutional safeguards, administrative tribunals, etc. Next, emergency provisions, amendment of the constitution, principle of natural justice. Next, delegated legislation and its constitutionality, separation of powers and constitutional governance, judicial review of administrative action, and then ombudsman, Lakyukta and Lokpal, etc. In constitutional law or in the paper 1 you have to read also the international law. For international law the syllabus is nature and definition of international law, relationship between international law and municipal law, state recognition and state succession, law of the sea, individuals, territorial jurisdiction of states, treaties, United Nations, peaceful settlement of disputes, lawful resources to force, fundamental principles of international humanitarian law, legality of the use of nuclear weapons. Next, international terrorism, new international economic order and mandatory law, protection and improvement of human environment. So, the paper 1 comprises of constitutional and administrative and international law. So the UPSC Civil Services Mains optional paper 1 consists of constitutional, administrative and international law, and I have discussed its syllabus. Now moving on to which contains of first law of crimes. In this paper you have to read the general principles of criminal liability, mens rea and actus reus, mens rea institutional offences, kinds of punishment and emerging trends as to abolition of capital punishment. Next, preparations and criminal attempt, general exceptions, joint and constructive ability, abatement, criminal conspiracy, offences against the state, offences against the public tranquility, offences against human body, offences against property, offences against women, defamation, Prevention of Corruption Act 1988, Next, Protection of Civil Rights Act 1955. Next, plea bargaining. So next, the paper 2 consists of law of torts, which is nature and definition, liability based upon fault, and strict liability, absolute liability. Next, vicarious liability including state liability, general defenses, joint tort feasors, remedies, negligence, defamation, nuisance, conspiracy, false imprisonment, malicious prosecution, Consumer Protection Act 1986. And then next paper is Law of Contracts and Mercantile Law. In this paper we have to read nature and formation of contract or e-contract, factors vitiating free consent. Next, voidable, illegal and unenforceable agreements, performance and discharge of contracts, quasi-contract, consequences of breach of contract, contract of indemnity, guarantee and insurance, contract of agency, sale of goods and hire purchase, formation and dissolution of partnership, Negotiable Instruments Act 1881, Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996, Standard Form of Contracts. Next, in the contemporary legal developments, you have to read public interest litigation, intellectual property rights, and then information technology law, including cyber laws. Next, competition law, alternate dispute resolution, major statutes concerning environmental law, Right to Information Act, and trial by media. So friends, I have covered all the detailed syllabus for the law optional for the UPSC examination optional paper. So if you have any problems regarding the video, you can download the syllabus from the description of the video. I have given the link in the description. So if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Share the video, like the video. Thank you for watching.